Hey everyone, I'm Laurel Aguilar Kirchhoff, and I am back with another installation on National History Day. And I wanted to share a few things with you today from the NHDCA.org website. So I'm here on the website right now, and this is National History Day, California. And this is such a great resource that a lot of people don't know about. So there's a couple of different things I want to walk you through, but I'm on the home page right now. So if you just go to nhdca.org, National History Day California.org, on the home page, you'll see that there are some resources available to you that you can use right away for the blended or online classroom. There is a project organizer, which I'll show you in a moment, this virtual playbook, which is fantastic, and then also a student research guide, a sample student online binder, and then some educator tips and tricks that you can use for the teacher side of it as well. So I want to walk you through a couple of things, and then I also want to show you my tip if you want something else. So first, I want to show you the online project organizer. So this is a really, really great resource. When you click on it from the NHDCA.org website, it's going to ask you to make a copy, which is great. So you'll see right here at the top, my title is Copy of Communicating. This means I have my own copy that is mine, that is not I don't have to worry about getting editing privileges from NHDCA or anything like that. I can go through also. I highly, highly recommend this. I like to make a master copy for myself. And then I can, when I use this in Google Classroom, I want to make sure that I have all of my students have their own copy as well. And that way I know this one's my master, and I can go in and I can manipulate it. I can change it. Everything in here is hyperlinked and it's ready to use. It is made specifically for National History Day 21. And that theme is communication and history, the key to understanding. So this is going to be a really great resource for your students. They can type directly onto this and you can use it in your classroom. The next thing I want to show you is I want to come back here to nhdca.org and I want to show you this virtual playbook. The virtual playbook is fantastic. There's a couple of things on here I want to show you. This is actually on Padlet. So you can scroll to the right and you can see all of these different resources, and they're all categorized in these wonderful areas. You can see there's just more and more and more information than probably you could ever know was on one Padlet. Now, I believe that this was done in conjunction with some other states. So you're going to see some things on here that are not just from California, but they were worked on together. So you can see right here, performances, there's websites, and if I click on this, it's going to take me to planning of my website. And there are digital tools that I could use here right away with my students. And this is really important because I don't know what particular situation you're in right now, if you are face-to-face, if you are doing some type of a hybrid situation, or if you are still doing a distance learning model. But this can be used in any of those scenarios, and I highly, highly recommend it. It can be a little bit overwhelming, so plan out some time to really go down this rabbit hole. But like I said, there is so much here, and you can go and you can scroll through each of these categories, and you can find online resources as well as videos and more information. Now, my last little tip or trick, what if you have a worksheet that you just love that is in the teacher toolkit, but it is a PDF format and you really want to use this with your students? You don't necessarily want to use a whole online guide. Well, this is what you can do. So I really love this Tootsie Roll. I love this for the documentaries, for planning it out. I think it's a really great and simple worksheet that I can use, and I've used this with my students for years. So I don't necessarily want to grab the whole thing. I just want to share this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot. Now I'm on a Mac, So I'm going to do Command Shift 4, and I'm just going to take a screenshot of what I want to put and give to my students. Then I'm going to go to my Drive, and I'm going to go to actually Google Slides. So I have this demo already set up for you, but you can just open up, you can go to slides.google.com, or you can, and I'm using a Google facing product. Of course, you can do this in Microsoft as well. But what I'm going to do here is Google facing. So I want my students to be able to use this template and be able to type on it. Now, if I just went to go and insert an image, and I could just upload it from my computer, go to recents, take this screenshot and insert it, that's great, but then my students wouldn't necessarily be able to click on this or do anything with it. And then what if they accidentally delete it? Oh no, right? So the best tip or trick here is I want to just go to insert. I'm sorry. I want to go to slide, and I want to go to edit the master. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the master slide. So I am going to insert the image that, just like I normally would, go to recent, select the image I want, and I'm going to make this a master slide. I'm going to move this over. I can adjust the size of it so that way it fits to this paper. Ooh, there we go. We're back. I can have this anything I want. I can also insert some different areas if I want to put a text box in here so my students can go ahead and directly type directly onto this document. I'm going to insert a text box. I can do all sorts of things. I can color code. I can do anything I want in the master, but I can also just go ahead and I save this. I can just click out, and now this is saved as my master. So you can see I cannot grab this. I cannot move it. If I can also give directions to my students to insert a text box, and then they can type directly onto this document, and it will not change the background. And that's how I can go ahead and capture any worksheet that I want off of NHDCA out of the teacher toolkit, and I can give it to my students. Now, the virtual, like I said, there are tons of virtual resources here, but if I want something really in particular, like I just want these, this thesis rubric, then I can do that same thing. I can open this up, I can take a screenshot, and then I can put it into a Google Doc or a Google Drawing, and then I can share that with my students. Let me close that out. Come back here. And then that's another way that then my students can manipulate that without changing the background. And now that picture has become a static image. So tons and tons of resources, lots of ways that you can do this. I highly recommend you check out all of the resources at nhdca.org. And please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. I know this tutorial was very quick, but I also know that there are lots of ways that you can do this with your classroom. Do what feels right to you, do what feels right with your students. And as always, have a very happy History Day.